Hello everyone, I am Dr. Prashant working as an assistant professor at Department of Geography, Shivaji University. Welcome to our research methodology series. Today, we're diving into a fundamental aspect of any research project, problem identification and research formulation. In this video, we'll explore why identifying a research problem is crucial and how it forms the foundation of your entire study. Let's start by understanding why problem identification is so important in research. Identifying a research problem essentially defines the what and why of your study. It helps you stay on track and ensures your research is meaningful. In the world of research, the initial steps you take can often dictate the course of your entire journey. Problem identification is where it all begins. In this video, we'll delve into why problem identification is crucial for your research. We'll explore how it sets the purpose and scope of your study, guides the selection of research methods, and ensures the relevance and significance of your research. Firstly, problem identification sets the purpose and scope of your study. Imagine your research question as a map. It tells you where you want to go and what you want to explore. Secondly, it guides the selection of research methods. Once you've defined your problem, you can choose the right tools to answer your questions. It's like selecting the perfect instrument for a specific task. Lastly, it ensures the relevance and significance of your research. Your problem should be like a missing puzzle piece in the existing knowledge. It fills a gap, adds value, and contributes to the bigger picture. But let's break it down even further. Imagine you're planning a road trip. First, you need to decide where you want to go, right? That's your research problem, setting the purpose. Now, depending on your destination, you might choose a car for a long journey or a bicycle for a short one. Your choice of transportation is like selecting research methods guided by your problem. And just like on a road trip, you don't want to get lost in a maze of irrelevant roads. Your problem acts as a GPS, ensuring you stay on the right path, leading to meaningful results. Ultimately, problem identification isn't just the starting point, it's the compass that keeps you on track throughout your research journey. So, remember, your research problem not only defines your purpose but also guides your methodological choices and ensures that your work matters in the grand scheme of things. Now, let's look at the systematic steps in problem identification. We'll take you through the critical steps researchers follow to define a clear research problem, laying the foundation for a successful study. Exploration: explore general areas of interest or fields of study. At the outset of your research journey, the first step is exploration. Think of this as the initial phase of setting sail into the vast ocean of knowledge. Here, you're surveying broad areas of interest or entire fields of study, seeking to discover what excites you and aligns with your goals. Focus: narrow down the scope to a specific topic or subject. Once you've explored the sea of knowledge, it's time to chart your course. Focus is your compass. Narrow down your scope to a specific topic or subject within the broader area you've identified. This narrowing process sharpens your research direction, helping you sail toward a precise destination. Observation: observe trends, gaps, or challenges within the chosen area. Now that you've reached a specific area, it's time to observe. Imagine yourself as an explorer in uncharted territory. Observe the landscape, noting trends, gaps, and challenges within your chosen research area. What's already been discovered, and where are the unexplored frontiers? Literature review: review existing research to identify gaps or unresolved issues. In your quest for understanding, the literature review becomes your treasure map. Delve into existing research to uncover the treasures of knowledge. But remember, you're not just collecting gems, you're also searching for missing pieces. Identify gaps or unresolved issues in the current literature. Stating the problem: clearly define the research problem as a specific question or statement. With your observations and insights in hand, it's time to mark the X on your research map. Clearly define your research problem as a specific question or statement. This is the heart of your research, the question you seek to answer or the issue you aim to address. In summary, problem identification in research is a journey from exploration to focus, from observation to literature review, and ultimately to the precise definition of your research problem. Each step is critical, guiding you toward a successful research endeavor. These steps help you transition from broad ideas to a specific, well-defined research problem. Now, we'll explore the characteristics of a good research problem. These characteristics are like the guiding stars that steer your research in the right direction. What makes a research problem good? Let's discuss. Clear and specific: clearly defined and focused. First, let's talk about clarity and specificity. Your research problem should be crystal clear, like a well-cut diamond. It needs to be precisely defined and focused. Imagine your problem as a camera lens. When it's clear and specific, you get a sharp and well-defined image. Relevant and significant addresses a gap or issue with practical importance. Relevance and significance are the twin pillars of a strong research problem. Your problem should matter not just to you, but to the world. It should address a gap or issue of practical importance. Think of it as solving a puzzle piece that completes a bigger picture. Feasible can be addressed within the available resources and time. Next, let's consider feasibility. Your research problem should be achievable within the resources and time you have. It's like planning a road trip. You choose a destination you can reach with the gas in your tank. A feasible problem ensures you don't run out of fuel mid-journey. Researchable can be investigated using appropriate methods. Lastly, a good research problem is researchable. This means you can investigate it using appropriate methods. Think of it as having the right tools for the job. If you have a clear path to collect data and test hypotheses, you're on the right track. Remember, these characteristics work together like the gears in a well-oiled machine. A clear and specific problem sets the direction, relevance and significance provide purpose, feasibility ensures practicality, and researchability gives you the means to achieve your research goals. In the world of research, a well-crafted problem is your compass, guiding you through the complexities of discovery. A good research problem is like a roadmap for your study, it guides you toward meaningful results. Now, we're diving into the intriguing world of research formulation. Now, let's shift our focus to research formulation. Introduce the concept of research formulation. At its heart, research formulation is the architect's blueprint for your entire research project. It's where the magic begins, the master plan that shapes your academic journey. Explain that research formulation involves defining the objectives and scope of the study. Now, let's break it down. Research formulation is about defining your objectives and the scope of your study. Think of it as setting the boundaries of your research playground. What will you explore, and what will you leave outside the fence? It's like planning a treasure hunt and deciding the area where you'll dig. Highlight how research formulation guides the entire research process. But research formulation is not just a preliminary step. It's your guiding star throughout your research journey. It's the compass that keeps you on course. Whether you're navigating through data collection, analysis, or interpretation, your research formulation is your trusted companion. Imagine it as the architect who sketches the blueprint and the construction manager who ensures every brick is in its place. It's the thread that weaves through the entire research tapestry, keeping your study focused and on target. As you embark on your research, remember that a well-formulated research plan is like a well-plotted treasure map. It leads you to the intellectual treasures waiting to be unearthed in the realm of knowledge. Research formulation is about setting the stage for your study, outlining what you aim to achieve and how you'll get there. We're delving into the nuts and bolts of research formulation. Let's explore the critical elements that shape your research design. What are the key elements of research formulation? Research objectives clearly state what the study aims to achieve. First up, we have research objectives. Imagine them as the lighthouse guiding your research ship through the stormy seas of data and information. These objectives are your North Star, providing clarity on what your study aims to achieve. They are the foundation upon which your research stands, ensuring you stay on course. Scope and delimitations define the boundaries of the study. Now, let's talk about scope and delimitations. Every research project has its boundaries, just like a piece of land has its fences. Scope defines what you will investigate, and delimitations outline what you won't. It's like painting the borders of your canvas. What you include and exclude shapes the final masterpiece. Research questions/hypotheses formulate specific questions or hypotheses to address the research problem. Then, we have research questions or hypotheses. Think of them as the tools in your treasure hunter's kit. These questions are your shovels, pickaxes, and metal detectors. They are the instruments you'll use to dig into the rich soil of data, seeking answers and uncovering hidden gems. Research questions guide your inquiry, while hypotheses make predictions that you'll test. Remember, research objectives set the destination, scope and delimitations draw the map, and research questions/hypotheses are the paths you'll follow to reach your destination. Imagine your research as an adventurous journey, with clear objectives lighting the way, well-defined boundaries keeping you on track, and sharp research questions and hypotheses leading you to new discoveries. These elements are like building blocks that structure your research project. Now, we'll explore a captivating case study that exemplifies the crucial steps of problem identification and research formulation in the realm of geography. Now, let's see these concepts in action with a real-world case study. Case study: Problem Identification and Research Formulation in Geography. Meet Ravi, an aspiring geographer with a deep fascination for understanding the impacts of climate change on coastal communities. Join us as we follow Ravi's journey of discovery and learn how geography research takes shape. Identifying the research problem. Ravi's journey began with a question, one that sparked his curiosity: how is rising sea level affecting coastal communities in Region A? This question became the cornerstone of his research. Setting research objectives. With a clear problem in mind, Ravi defined his research objectives. His goals were well defined: to examine the effects of rising sea levels on coastal infrastructure, assess the vulnerability of communities, and propose adaptation strategies. Determining scope. Ravi understood the importance of scoping his study. To make his research manageable, he focused on a specific region within a larger coastal area. This narrowed scope allowed him to delve deep into local conditions, policies, and responses. Formulating questions/hypotheses. Next, Ravi formulated his research questions. He asked, what are the observed changes in sea level over the past decade in Region A? And how have these changes impacted local communities? His hypotheses guided his investigation, framing what he expected to discover. The research formulation journey. Ravi's journey underscores the significance of problem identification and research formulation in geography. It's not just about studying maps and landscapes, it's about addressing pressing issues with structured inquiry. By identifying a clear problem, setting specific objectives, defining scope, and formulating questions, Ravi transformed his passion for geography into a purposeful study. His work may contribute valuable insights into the challenges faced by coastal communities. As you venture into geography research, remember Ravi's story, a testament to how a well-defined problem and thoughtful research objectives can illuminate the path toward a deeper understanding of our world. We'll discuss how the research problem was identified, refined, and ultimately formulated for this study. As a concluding remark, we'll explore the critical importance of two fundamental pillars that lay the foundation for every successful research endeavor: problem identification and research formulation. In conclusion, we've explored the critical importance of problem identification and research formulation in research. The critical importance of problem identification and research formulation in research. Imagine research as a grand expedition, a quest for knowledge. Every quest needs a purpose, a direction, and a plan. Problem identification and research formulation provide just that. Problem identification, the North Star of research. Problem identification is where it all begins. It's like setting sail on an uncharted sea with a North Star to guide you. Your research problem is your North Star. It gives your study purpose, defining the enigma you aim to solve or the question you aspire to answer. Research formulation, the master plan. Once your problem is identified, research formulation comes into play. It's the master plan, the blueprint for your journey. It involves setting clear objectives, defining scope, and framing research questions or hypotheses. Research formulation is the compass that keeps you on course, ensuring you don't lose your way. Why are they so important? But why are these steps so crucial? Because they prevent aimlessness. Problem identification and research formulation prevent aimlessness in research. They ensure that your study has a clear direction and purpose, helping you avoid wandering off course. Enhance relevance and impact. By defining a well-structured problem and clear objectives, your research becomes more relevant and impactful. It addresses real-world issues, making a meaningful contribution to your field. Provide a framework. Problem identification and research formulation provide a solid framework for data collection, analysis, and interpretation. They give you the structure needed to conduct a comprehensive study. Optimize resources. They help you optimize your resources. With a well-defined problem and objectives, you can allocate your time and resources efficiently, making the most of what you have. In essence, problem identification and research formulation are the cornerstones of research excellence. They transform a vague idea into a purposeful study, making your research journey not just productive but also rewarding. So, as you embark on your research endeavors, remember the critical importance of these initial steps. They are the compass and map that will lead you to new discoveries and deepen our collective understanding of the world. Remember, these early stages set the tone for your entire study. So invest the time and effort, and you'll be on your way to conducting meaningful research. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more informative content. And, as always, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep researching. See you in the next video.